What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here and welcome back to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we're going to be showing you how to make the Mud Blaster. This machine takes dirt, turns it into mud, and then pushes it into a wither which breaks it automatically for you. In the middle right here I have some lava to destroy my items, but that's where your storage system would be. If you're looking at this farm going, how does he have bedrock in survival? You can't get bedrock in survival. Yes you can. I actually have a tutorial for that and I'll leave the link to that up in the top right hand corner. To use the Mud Blaster is easy and fun. All you need to do is come into the AFK chamber right here, and as you can see we've got a shulker box which would be filled up with dirt. Mine's empty because I've been using it. But nonetheless, we've got a hopper here that feeds all the dirt into this dropper, and then it'll feed it to us where we can place it down into the machine. So now we're in survival. If we go ahead and open up this hopper here, we can take one piece of dirt out just like this. You're going to want to put it in the most left hand side of your hotbar right there. Go ahead and come up here by this piston right here, and you're going to stand right in front of that observer. Go ahead and hold your L or your place button, and for me that's L2, and as you can see it turns all the dirt into mud and pushes it forward. Once you're done placing all your mud, then you can go ahead and come back here. We have a button right here where you can break your shulker box, so it'll either go in your inventory or back into this hopper right here. So now that you know how the machine works, you can see that it's really quite easy, and this machine can be paired up with another machine. In the last tutorial we built the concrete blaster, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be hooking it up to that on switch line. As you can see over here, this is where our tutorial will be today. Last episode we built a concrete blaster, and it uses cobblestone to push all the concrete into the wither so it all gets blown up. And today we're going to be building the Mud Blaster right here. Blaster farms are interchangeable. You don't have to have a concrete farm next to your mud farm if you don't want. There is a cobble farm and a basalt farm that I've made, and I'll leave a link to those tutorials up at the right hand corner. And yeah, so basically you can put any of these blaster farms in line with each other. However, these two have an on switch, so you come up and turn them on and they do the rest of the work, and you can leave the area and these things will still continue to run as long as they're loaded. These two, however, require player interaction. You have to place the blocks, and that's why I put these two together. And as you may have noticed earlier, there is no on switch to turn this on. You simply come up and use it and everything turns on for you. And if you guys are enjoying today's video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Be sure to share this video with all your friends and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. A material list will be down in the description. To get things started, you're going to need to build yourself a wither blaster like this, and as I said earlier, you can get bedrock in survival. I've been doing it myself in my own realm, so I know it's possible. And once you have all the bedrock, then you need to build yourself a wither blaster like this, and I'll leave the tutorial for that right up in the top right hand corner there for you guys. And then once you have this built, I recommend following the tutorial on that and making sure that you build your snowman machine on the west hand side. It's there for a marker because that's where you have to place the wither, and then you can build your tutorial the same as I'm building it here. If you're planning on pairing this up with a concrete machine, then I definitely recommend watching the concrete tutorial first, and I'll leave a link to that up in the top right hand corner as well. Make sure you install this because we're going to be hooking it up to this on switch line right here, and we need to know where to hook it up at. But if you're not building a concrete farm and you want to do a basalt blaster or a cobble blaster, that's perfectly fine. You just need to make sure the on switch right here, this is the on switch line right here, and you need to make sure that the redstone can pass through it just like this. You need redstone coming in one side and a repeater on the other, wherever those two meet up. So now that you guys know what farms you guys can run into this, next we're going to go ahead and come to these pistons right here. These pistons, I showed you how to put these in this tutorial because every farm uses these pistons. So once you have everything in place, go ahead and come to the bottom of these pistons right here. We're going to place in it 2 blocks just like this. Come up like this and place in yourself a piston facing upwards just like that, and break out these 2 temporary blocks. You can come over here and extend these all the way out to the width of these pistons right here, so 4 in total. Then once you have that in place, grab yourself an observer, come to the side right here, place yourself an observer catty corner up just like this so the face is facing these pistons. Then behind it, go ahead and place yourself in a block, come down below, place in a temporary block and 2 out to the side, and place 3 on this side as well. Then you can break out your temporary block. Back behind here, go ahead and place yourself in an L shape of redstone, a repeater on 2 ticks, and a repeater on 1 tick right there. Go ahead and bring yourself a block up in front of that repeater just like this, and a block out to the side like so. Go ahead and place a block right there, and then all the way across your pistons just like this. Then place redstone dust on top of all of these blocks to power all of your pistons just like that. Then what we need to do is we need to make one for this piston wall right here. So we're going to come right here, go ahead and place an observer just like this so it's facing in this direction just like that. Around back, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to place a block there, another one there. Go ahead and place a block down just like this. Come out by 2 more. You can break this one out. Go ahead and place blocks in all around just like that. So you have this 2 here and 3 there. Then place your L shape of redstone dust just like this. placing a 2-tick repeater, a 1-tick repeater. Oop, I hit that just right there. Go ahead and put that on 1 tick. Then go ahead and place a block up in front of it, then one off to the side of this redstone, and connect the redstone up to that block. You should see now that if you place a block right here, it gets pushed up, and if you push another one right there, it gets pushed forward just like that. Once you know your pistons are working, go ahead and come to this side of your pistons. Go ahead and place in yourself an obsidian block there, and I'm just using crying obsidian because it looks cool. You go ahead and place yourself in a temporary block with a piston right here facing in that direction. Place yourself in another temporary block, and then put yourself another piston there just in that direction just like this. Then what we need to do now is we need to place ourselves in an observer right here. That's going to go in right there just like that, so the face is right there. Then on this side, we're going to place in a block right there. Go ahead and come on down by a block and out by 2. You can break out the temporary block and then come out by 3 right here. Place those in just like so. On top of here, we're going to do that same familiar shape, that L shape of redstone, with a 2-tick repeater and a 1-tick repeater right here. Go ahead and put a block up in front of that guy and then a block down right here. Go ahead and put that down here just like so. Come out by a block right here, come over by 2 right there, go and come over by another one, and then put a block right there just like that, and red and redstone across in this horseshoe shape just like that. Once you have this built, then you should see that if you place a block on that observer face, that both of those pistons get fired and the block gets pushed forward, but now we need a way to push the block down. So go ahead and break out that block and then come right over here to this block right here where this repeater is running into it, and place yourself a redstone torch on top of that one. Then put a block on top of that redstone torch just like this with another redstone torch on the side of it just like so. Put yourself 2 blocks, one right here and one right there. Grab yourself some redstone dust, put it right there with a repeater right here. In front of that repeater, go ahead and come up by a block just like this and break that one out. Then on the front here, go ahead and place yourself a downward facing sticky piston just like that with an observer on its face just like this with the red dot facing this way. Then grab yourself a block just like that, put it on its face. Go ahead and come down by 1 and out by 1. So it's diagonal just like this. Count 3 blocks over to the side just like so. Go ahead and come up a block just like this. Put yourself in a dropper right here and grab yourself some redstone dust and put it across these 3 blocks. Once you have all this in place, then now you should see that if you place a block right here on this observer, that it gets pushed forward and down, and if you place another one, they both get pushed forward and the next one gets pushed down just like this. So once you know that that's good, then we can come back here to this side of the piston. Go ahead and place yourself in 3 blocks just like this and grab yourself a hopper. Go ahead and place that hopper into the side of that dropper right just like this. And go ahead and place yourself in some blocks around it just like this. Place a temporary one in there, go all the way around it just like so. You can even come on the bottom right here and right there to go ahead and block all those off. Then right here, go ahead and break this area out. What we want to do is we want to place in a temporary block here. Put yourself in a piston in this direction right here. This is going to be your shulker box breaker. If you're not using a shulker box, you can just place a barrel here without the piston, but we're going to be using a shulker box, so we're going to place a block right here with a not a button, a piece of redstone dust there. We can get rid of our temporary block and then put a button on this side right here, so anytime we're done with our shulker box, we can hit the button and it'll break for us. So once you have all this in place, then we can encase our AFK area. So we'll come over here to this block and bring these blocks all the way back to the back right here, and then go ahead and come up by 2. Do that once again. Placing yourself a temporary block to come out this way just like that, and then bring that all the way across just like so. Come onto this side, we can go ahead and place in a block up there. I just fell through that. Go ahead and place a block right here just like that, and then we can place one down here like that and go ahead and bring it all the way up. Then come down here for that temporary block, and then on that temporary block right here, we're going to place ourselves in a dispenser just like that. And then you can go ahead and break out your temporary block. Right above your dispenser right here, go ahead and place in yourself a block just like that, and then you can place in a block over here. Go ahead and place a temporary block on that block and bring it up by 2 just like that, so that totally encases your whole AFK area just like this. Once you have your AFK area all encased just like this, go ahead and come down to this dispenser right here, place in a temporary block right there, and then one out to this side and one down just below just like this, just like so. Break out your temporary block and grab your hoppers. Place in a hopper facing sideways just like that into both of those blocks just like so. Go ahead and place in another temporary block down below and break these 2 out just like so. Then right here on this one, we're going to take ourselves a dispenser. We're going to place it facing outwards just like this. Make sure it's facing sideways, same direction as those pistons. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a slab. Go ahead and place a slab on the side of that dispenser just like so. And grab yourself a redstone comparator. Go ahead and place it on top of that dispenser in this orientation just like that. Then grab yourself a solid block right here. Go ahead and place a block down here, one out to the side, one down below, and one off to this side, just like this. Go ahead and break out that temporary block, and break out that temporary block. Placing yourself a repeater right here, just like that. That can stay on 1 tick. Put redstone dust across all the way up here, just like that. And where these two finagle, go ahead and put yourself in a block to cut that off. And then down over here, go ahead and grab yourself a redstone torch and place that redstone torch right underneath that dispenser. Then in front of that dispenser, or in front of that redstone torch, placing yourself a observer just like this. Then go ahead and placing yourself in it 2 blocks just like this, and then a block like that, and then come down a block just like so, and come over a block like this right there. And then right in front of that observer, you can place in redstone dust in front of that block, and then bring that redstone dust up here just like this. Once you have all this redstone built, then go ahead and come on top of this comparator right here and grab yourself some droppers. Place a dropper facing upwards just like this, and all the way up just like this. Grab yourself a hopper and face it into the side of that dispenser right there just like that. Then go ahead and get yourself on out of here. Then once you have that built, then go ahead and grab yourself a solid block. We're going to place that down here right below our dispenser right there just like that, so it's right there in front of it. Then from there, we're going to take a temporary block like this. Go ahead and put glass there and there. Go ahead and bring out that. And then go ahead and bring yourself a hopper. Go ahead and grab yourself a hopper, put it into that dropper like that, and then place a hopper going into the side of that other hopper just like so. So that way they kind of go from here to here into that dropper. Then from here, we need to encase this whole area, so go ahead and bring out glass just like this to make sure that that comes all the way around just like so. Break out your temporary blocks just like this, and then you can place in some water in here just like that, and that should come across here just like so. And in fact, we can go ahead and place a glass block on top of there. That's not really needed, just like that. Then we can go ahead and encase that entire thing. Now what we need to do here is we need to go ahead and place in 41 glass bottles right here. So grab yourself some glass bottles, place in 41 right there, and then grab yourself 4 random items of any kind. It doesn't really matter, just as long as they're not glass bottles. Anything that's really not going to go in here. And so you chose sticks, and then that'll be our filter sticks. Now what we need to do is we need to come down below, and we need to fill up this dispenser here with glass bottles. So make sure you have 9 stacks of those, and go ahead and fill all those in. Once you have all this in place, go ahead and grab 3 extra glass bottles. Go ahead and break out this glass right here and fill these bottles up really quick, and make sure all 3 of them are full just like that. And once you have the 3 filled up glass bottles, go ahead and come back over here. We're going to come up to this dispenser right here, and then go ahead and put yourself in some glass or some water bottles in there just like that. They won't go through because the item sorter is keeping only glass bottles in, so when the water bottle dispenses into the mud, it'll turn into a glass bottle and then go down. At this point, the farm is actually finished. Now we just need to wire up the on switch into this redstone line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some solid blocks, and right here in front of this repeater, we're going to remove 3 redstone dusts right here. This is from the concrete machine that we built in the last tutorial. So go ahead and place in 3 blocks right here. Go ahead and break that out. And then over here, go ahead and place in 3 blocks right here, and then 1 up on top right here, and you can break that one out. Over here, go ahead and place in the temporary block and place in 1 block here just like that. Then grab yourself a repeater, put that right here in this dip, should be touching this redstone right here, and put that on 4 ticks just like so. Grab yourself some comparators, place in a comparator facing into that block, then another comparator in this direction, the opposite direction right there. Put in redstone dust in these 3 places. Go ahead and break out this redstone dust right here. Grab this repeater, go ahead and break that one out. Go ahead and place it in right here just like that. You can go ahead and put this block down, and now that redstone dust should reach all the way to your wither blaster. And just like that, your farm should be ready to use. So go ahead and come on to the inside right here. I'm going to put myself in survival here. Go ahead and put your shulker box of dirt down right there, so that it'll start draining in. Like I said, if you don't have a shulker box, then go ahead and put a barrel right there. Load it up with dirt, and you'll see that it should go into the dropper right here. So once you have that, go ahead and grab yourself 1 piece of dirt, put it in your hotbar, the most left position in your hotbar, just like that. Then you can go ahead and stand right here and hold the place button, which for me is L2, and if you hold that, you should see that it gets turned into mud just like that, and then the system dispenses out another piece of dirt, and you can hear the wither blaster going right now, so you know it's working. So we know that our on switch works. So if we place another piece, you can see that it also gets turned into mud, and the wither blaster is going to turn back on. Once you know your farm is working, go ahead and try just holding down your place button, and you should see that the farm just continually places dirt and makes mud out of it. I just noticed that a couple of dirt blocks that I placed didn't turn into mud, and I noticed that my dispenser here ran out of water bottles, so I'm going to recommend putting in more water bottles. So go ahead and fill that up. Go ahead and grab 9 water bottles and go just fill that thing up. Once your dispenser is full, go ahead and cover your water back up just like this, and then go ahead and test out your farm one more time, and I don't think you'll have any more dirt blocks coming into it. So I'm going to go ahead and go AFK and make sure that this thing works, and you should see that all your mud's getting thrown into the wither blaster and getting broken as well. So now as you can see, we've got a nice beam of mud coming in, top and bottom, which is good, but you're going to notice that some of the mud blocks, when they get blasted up, are going to land on this cobblestone. So before you use any blaster farm, I recommend making sure that you remove any of the items that are coming in from another farm, so either flush with the wall so that way everything can land in the water and get collected. Once you know your farm is working, if you don't already have a storage system for another farm that you have connected to it, then make sure to come on down here where this hole is where all your items come in. Go ahead and throw yourself in a barrel or some type of storage system, and then make sure you throw a hopper into the back of that one. If you guys would like some cool shulker box storage systems to put behind this thing, then I have a link up in the top right hand corner to my ultimate shulker box loading guide. It'll show you all the different loaders and unloaders that you can use, and any one of them would be perfect for this farm. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mud Blaster. This thing is super fun and easy to use. It's super simple to build. It's quick and fast, and the best part about it is that you'll never have to break mud again with your shovel. This thing will do it all for you and store it for you. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. And if you guys did, be sure to smack the like button for me and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody.